Hi everyone, and Merry Early Christmas. I am so excited. I was tagged to do this video by Terri from Homemaker on the Homefront, and I've seen a lot of these videos recently, and each one of them is a little bit different, but I'm gonna go with the version that Terri did, and there's a lot of questions. There's like 17 questions. So to keep this from being super long, I'm just gonna jump right in with the questions. Okay, so the first question is, what is your favorite Christmas movie? My all-time favorite Christmas movie is Jingle All the Way, the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I love that movie for some reason. I don't know what it is. It just cracks me up. It was always a tradition in our family to watch it every single year. That and It's a Wonderful Life. And so I just love Jingle All the Way. I think it's funny. So yeah. Question number 2 is, have you ever had a white Christmas? Honestly, I don't think so. I mean, I can't remember ever having a white Christmas. I grew up in West Texas, so it doesn't snow a whole lot there. And then in Virginia, when we were there, it seemed to only snow like in January. So I honestly cannot remember ever having a white Christmas, which is fine by me because I am not a big fan of the snow. Question number 3, where do you spend your holidays? This is a loaded question. Honestly, it just depends on the year. Some years we go back to Texas to spend time with family. And then some years we stay home and just have a small Christmas. When we do go to Texas, we spend Christmas Eve with my husband's dad's side of the family. Sometimes we get to see my family on Christmas Eve, and then usually Christmas Day is with my husband's mom's side of the family. My family has to be a little bit more flexible just because there's a lot going on with my husband's family. So our traditions kind of vary. Okay, question number 4, what is your favorite Christmas song? I could not narrow it down to one single song, but I can narrow it down to an album. My all-time favorite Christmas album is the NSYNC Christmas album. Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous, but I love it. I remember listening to this album like when I was a kid, and my sister was super into NSYNC, and I wanted to be just like my sister, so that's when I started listening to it, and I love it still. And I bought it a couple years ago, and I was so excited, so I love it. Okay, question number 5. Do you open any gifts on Christmas Eve? It just depends. So if we go to Texas, normally we spend Christmas Eve with my husband's dad's side of the family, and so we do the whole Christmas celebration then, and we open lots of gifts. Growing up, our family's tradition was we stayed up all night on Christmas Eve until midnight, and then that's when Santa brought us our gifts, and at 12 o'clock we would open all of our gifts, and it was so awesome because it was like we got to stay up till midnight. It was a huge deal then, you know, as a kid. And then plus, it was really smart because on Christmas morning, like after we'd gone to bed and everything, we never woke my parents up early on Christmas morning because we already had our presents, so we would just wake up and play. My parents got to sleep in, and it was really smart on their part. So I kind of opened gifts on Christmas Eve growing up. Question number 6. Can you name all of Santa's reindeer? And absolutely, Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, and Rudolph. Part of the reason I know that so well is because of Jingle All the Way, because that's what they have to answer on the radio to get a Turbo Man doll, duh. So, yes, I know all of Santa's reindeer. Question number 7, what holiday tradition are you looking forward to the most? We are kind of like still developing our own Christmas traditions. One thing that we've adopted from my family is on Christmas Eve we always have like appetizer, like snacky food at night. And so that's one thing I love is we would always just watch Christmas movies all day on Christmas Eve. We would eat like stuffed jalapenos and sausage balls and cheese ball and just like snacky foods. And so that's one thing I love and one thing that we've adopted and that my husband and I do every year. So I guess that I'm looking forward to just relaxing on Christmas Eve. Question number 8, is your Christmas tree real or fake? This is very fake. I really wanted a real Christmas tree for a while because I never had one growing up. I always grew up with a fake tree, and so I really wanted one for a while. But last year I developed a lot of allergies randomly, so I'm allergic to Christmas trees now. Last Christmas I was at my friend's house and I was sitting right next to their Christmas tree, and I started to like not be able to breathe, and like I was swelling up just from being close to their tree. So we probably will never have a real Christmas tree, and that's alright. I'm fine with our cute little fake one. Question number 9, what is your all-time favorite holiday food, treat, sweet, anything along those lines? I would have to say sausage balls. They are just my favorite thing. We always grew up making them with like the sausage, cheese, and Bisquick, but last week I tried making them with croissants. I found a recipe on Pinterest and it was incredible. I loved it. Close second would be stuffed jalapenos. Okay, question number 10. Be honest. Do you like to give or receive gifts better? I honestly, being completely honest, I love to give gifts more. I get really excited whenever I'm putting together gifts, and a lot of times I go a little bit overboard, which is something that I'm trying to work on, especially now that we're really budgeting. But I just love to give gifts. I get really awkward whenever I receive gifts because I have one of those faces that, like, even though I'm really excited on the inside, it doesn't always come across. And so I'm always really self-conscious about opening gifts in front of people because I want them to know how much I love and appreciate it, because I do, but it doesn't always come across, and so I get really anxious and panicky whenever I get gifts. So it makes me feel so awkward, and I never know what to say, like, other than thank you, but I don't know. It's just super awkward for me. So I love to give gifts. It's my favorite thing. Okay, question number 11. What is the best Christmas gift you've ever received? I was thinking about this one and I couldn't think of like a material gift, but cheesy as it is, I think the best Christmas gift I ever received was a husband. 6 years ago, my husband and I decided to randomly get married over Christmas break. It wasn't planned. We had like 2 to 3 weeks where we were like, hey, let's get married over Christmas. So we got married December 21st, and we got to spend some time just like alone. We didn't like go on a honeymoon or anything, but just like having that time together. And then we went and celebrated with family Christmas Eve and Christmas, and just like getting to go see family, and I have a husband, like it was so cool. And I just love that our anniversary is so close to Christmas because it just makes this time more special. Question number 12. What is your dream place to visit for Christmas? I would honestly say somewhere really tropical and like warm. I hate the cold. Right now it's like 40 something degrees or 30 something degrees. I don't know. It's really cold. And we live near San Diego. Like, it is not supposed to be this cold in Southern California. And so I would love to just be somewhere warm. I don't need snow for Christmas. I'm totally fine with like a sand snowman. I don't like the cold. Question number 13. Are you a pro present wrapper or do you fail miserably? I would say I'm somewhere in between. I can wrap a decent gift, and I'm trying to like get a little bit better about making them look a little more special. Normally I just wrap them like really nice and neat and clean, and then sometimes I put a bow on it if I'm feeling really crazy. But I just don't really wrap gifts that much. This year I did for the Great Gift Exchange, which that video will be going live on Friday. So I don't know when you're seeing this. On the 18th it's going live. But in that video, the presents that we wrapped for our Secret Santa family, I like did a little bit extra with like some yarn to like give them some fun designs on the package. So that was kind of like me being a pro rapper, but I don't fail miserably, but I'm not a pro. Number 14, what was your most memorable childhood moment? I remember this one Christmas. I don't even know how old I was. I was young though, and I think this was the first year that we started staying up till midnight. It was like getting close to midnight, and all of the kids went into one of the rooms because we wanted to, not be where Santa was going to be. So we all went to one room and we had to stay there until after midnight. And I remember, like, we heard jingle bells outside, and I was like, oh, like, Santa's sleigh, and, like, I heard, like, noises on the roof. Like, this was really intense. I don't know exactly who was behind it, but I remember just, like, footsteps on the roof, and we heard sleigh bells, and so then it was midnight, and we were allowed to go out, and we found out that our gift was going to be outside from Santa. And so we went outside, and there was like boot prints in the snow. Wait, maybe I did have a white Christmas because I remember there was snow. Okay, so I guess I had a white Christmas one year. So there was boot prints in the snow, and we went over, and there was we had like this little outdoor shed, and then we opened it up, and we had bikes in there. And I think there was one for me and my sister, and I think my cousin was there. I can't remember. I just remember like hearing the sleigh bells and seeing the boot prints, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever, and it was like so magical to me. So yeah, I just love that. Number 15, what made you realize the truth about Santa? I kind of didn't want to answer this question because it makes me so sad. I totally believed in Santa way longer than any of my friends. People would try to tell me all the time, like, Santa's not real. And I was like, well, you don't even know what you're talking about. Like, I love the magic of it all. I believed in Santa for a long time. But I think I was around like 10 maybe. And my mom was getting a divorce and just having a lot of like a rough year. And she wasn't able to afford a gift from Santa that year. And so Santa just didn't come. And it was very sad. I think she thought I knew, but I didn't. And so my sister had to explain to me like what happened, and it was just like one of those heartbreaking things as a child. Like, it was crushing, and I don't think that like anyone knew that I still really, really believed in Santa. So it's such a heartbreaking memory. Okay, question number 16. Do you make New Year's resolutions, and do you stick to them? I definitely make them every single year. I definitely do not stick to them ever. The past few years, we've tried to go more with like themes, but I don't feel like they're always, smart goals. If you know, like, the idea behind SMART goals, they're supposed to be small, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time sensitive. As well as smart. Isn't that so cute? So I don't think that they're really smart goals, and I feel like that's why I fail. Whenever I set New Year's resolutions, it's normally like these huge, grand things, like, I'm gonna lose 200 pounds this year, or something like ridiculous. And I fail because I set myself up for failure. So I haven't really thought a whole lot about New Year's resolutions this year. I think that they're good. A lot of people give resolutions a hard time. They're like, everyone wants to get healthy in the new year, and everyone wants to, do better in the new year. And I just think that it gives a lot of people a good starting point, and makes that like measurable and time sensitive, so I feel like the new year is always a great time to start. So yeah, I'll probably do resolutions. Okay, and the last question, question number 17. What makes the holiday special to you? Like, they've always been special being around family. But I think just since getting married, they've just been just completely different. Like, getting to spend that time with my own family, it's so different. And we've been very fortunate. My husband has deployed 4 times and has always been home for Christmas. He's getting ready to go on his 5th deployment, and as of right now, he'll be home for Christmas next year. And that is just so, like, special that we've somehow miraculously been able to spend all that time together for the holidays. You know, he's missed other holidays. He's missed my birthday, which is a very big holiday. But he's always been around for Christmas ever since we got married. So I just think getting to spend time with my husband and my own family has been so special. It'll be a million times more special even whenever we have kids and we just have all these new traditions that we get to start for ourselves. And just, I don't know, spending time with family. And I think that's the reason for it all. So that is my very long, so sorry, Christmas tag. I hope you like this video. I honestly don't know anyone who hasn't done this video yet. I don't think that Casey Q's has done this video, so if you have not, I tag you. And anyone else who hasn't done this video and wants to do it, I tag you. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for the 18th for our great gift exchange video. I'm so excited about that. It was so cool to be a part of that collab. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I love you so much. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you next time. Bye.